I'm back with another peek at our 30-day business transformation program. If you missed the last two videos, go check those out because I am sharing sneak peeks into the classes in this program each week for 7 weeks. Today, we're taking a look at a segment from module number 3, Develop Your Brand. So grab your free worksheet to download in the description and take a peek. So you set a tone of voice for your brand. That's the how of copywriting, how you speak. Now it's onto the what of copywriting. What exactly do you say, right? Well, there's 4 components to this. What your clients know, their terminology, how much time will they actually devote to reading your stuff, and who it's all about. So let's start with what your clients know. There are 3 knowledge level categories your ideal clients can fall into, and it's important that your writing speaks to the ones that you're trying to attract. There's the knowledgeable, the aware, and the clueless. The knowledgeable are those who are well aware of massage and its benefits. They've received massage before and are probably well versed in many of the different types of modalities available. They also understand what their problem is and that massage can be used to help. More specifically, they know what kind of massage is probably going to be beneficial. These are the people who Google not just massage in your city, but will look specifically for something like myofascial therapist in your city. They understand the professional jargon and nuances to the profession that many do not. You don't have to do much convincing or explaining really. You just need to show them what you offer and they can come to the conclusion on their own. Unfortunately, many therapists fall into the trap of only speaking to the knowledgeable clients, but there's those other 2 that you really need to think about as well. The aware are people who are aware they have a problem and are seeking a solution. They may specifically be looking for massage, or they may just be looking for something to help their back pain or whatever. Remember when I talked about researching those indirect competitors? They solve that problem, but in a different way than massage. It's these people especially that this is important for. They know they have a problem and they are actively looking for a solution, but they may not consider massage as that solution. You have to make it as simple as possible to explain that you offer the solution they need. With the aware, you don't want to use a bunch of massage lingo to tell them how knowledgeable you are or how this or that technique is used. Simply explain that you understand their problem and you have the solution for it. Then lastly, the clueless. These are the hardest people to convince to come in for a massage. These clients don't even really understand that there is a problem or a solution for it. You know, the kind of people who think their back pain is just something they have to live with and not anything that can be helped. They're not seeking any solution because they don't even really see their pain as a problem. They just see it as part of who they are. This is a big wall to climb, but it can result in some of the best and most loyal clients that you'll ever have. Speaking to these clients in your writing about their pain or injury and explaining how they don't have to live with it forever, how you can help them, and showing them how exactly you can help, that results in clients for life. If your ideal clients fall into one of these 3 categories, take note of that. For many of you though, you'll likely want to appeal to people in each of these categories. So that means covering all those components in your writing. So on page 16 in your workbooks, you're going to mark which of these your ideal clients fit. It may be 1, 2, or all 3 of them. Whoever you're most trying to appeal to based on that ideal client profile that you got. Then under each one that you've marked, I want you to write a sentence based on those prompts, as if you were talking to those particular people. What problem do they have and how does your massage help that problem? So how would you explain these to each of those people using that brand tone that you already established and their category of knowledge on massage? All right, let's move on to our second component to what you'll write, your ideal client terminology. You already did a bit of research on this when we developed your ideal client profile, remember? So look back at that communication section of your ideal client profile. You should already have that outlined there. So grab that terminology and phrasing they use and either jot it down there in the margin of page 16 or just keep the other page in front of you to have it front and center as you do this next exercise. Next, how much time will they actually devote to reading your stuff? This will depend a lot on a personality level. Are they looking for education? Again, refer back to your ideal client profile. Are these the type of people who will devote a good chunk of time to reading all about something before they book or research how they can solve their problems? If so, you can be a little longer-winded on some things. If, however, they're like most people, the answer is usually not a whole lot. We need things concise, and even if they enjoy reading a good bit of info about you, your services, why you do what you do, and all the ins and outs of things like that, there is still a need to be concise in most of what you write. The more efficient you can be with your words, the better. And lastly, who is it all about? I'll give you a hint, it ain't you. So much of the focus of a therapist writing is often about them, and you may not even realize you've been doing this. If you've got a website already, I want you to click over there and take a look real quick. And if you don't, go check out some of those competitors that you researched earlier. How many of the sentences start with I or we? How much of the focus is on what you do instead of on the client, or what they do instead of on the client? Even if it's about the client in a roundabout way. You see, the roundabout way should lead to you, and the direct verbiage should be about the client. So let me give you an example in just a simple bio intro. I want to showcase part of a bio here because this tends to be the hardest piece for people to keep the focus on the client. But it's simply a matter of rearranging how you would typically say something. This is the type of start to a bio I often see. I'll put my own info in here as an example. I've been a massage therapist for 14 years and have taken dozens of continuing education classes in orthopedic assessment, lymphatic drainage, myofascial release, Thai massage, and so much more. Notice it's all about me, right? And it's really dry and unrelatable. So how about instead, with 14 years of experience and a plethora of continuing education, you're in the best hands for pain relief in East Tennessee. See the difference? The second one sets me up as an authority, showcases who I serve and how I can help, what I know, and it speaks to my ideal clients in their terminology, but most importantly, the focus is on them and how my experience in education relates to them. And that's just one sentence. So now I want you to do something similar. You're going to answer the prompts on page 16 and keep in mind your brand's tone, your client's knowledge, their verbiage, how much time they have to read it, and keep the focus on them, even if it's something about you. Write your bio intro. So the first sentence or two, just to see how you can spin something that's about you, but keep the focus on your client. Then explain your favorite massage to give. Whatever your style, modality, whatever, how would you explain it to your ideal client? And lastly, how is your massage different from others? Remember, concise, keep the tone consistent and on brand, use their terminology, speak in a way that's congruent to their knowledge level, and focus on your ideal client. Spend some time on this and then hop over to the next video where we'll write your service descriptions. Thank you so much for watching today. If you want to sign up for the program and see more of what's included, I will link that below. Be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms, sign up for our emails, join our Facebook group, and keep an eye out for business tips, free content, updates, and all kinds of other goodies to help you grow your massage practice. See you next time.